Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 2. So, what we're talking about is your lack of notice for the Costa Rica trip. And that fucking trip, you're like, we got about a month. I'm like, God damn it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I don't make the money that Eric makes. And Eric would like to say that he doesn't make money. I firmly disagree.
This was a very cheap trip. I mean, it was not like it was $1,400.
You know what's sad, ladies and gentlemen? Is that he thinks
$4,000.
He thinks that $1,400.
It was $4,000 after we got there, but the trip itself was $1,400.
That's the sad part
like that.
That he will actually throw out into the fucking universe that, you know what, it was pretty cheap. It was only $1,400. You know what, man? I don't ever have $1,400 sitting in my hand. That's not going to happen.
Well, you can't say I didn't give you a heads up. I was like, hey, just a little tea, whatever. Yeah, whatever you need to do. You could have been at I-10 and Warner. Be like, Mira, help me.
Did you say Mira?
Yeah.
He's remembering Costa Rica.
It's the Modelo.
Oh yeah, it's the Modelo.
It makes my Mexican come out.
Mira, I'm going to make some money to go on a trip to Costa Rica.
Yeah, dude. Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you how much you missed out.
I would like to know.
Jay, tell them how much you missed out.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this,
crocodile tours, zip line.
I saw the pictures of this trip. These guys looked like a gay couple out on their honeymoon, and they were taking all these different trips and smiling real big for the camera, standing uncomfortably close.
Hey man, we like each other.
Hey, I don't, you know.
There was no penetration.
No penetration.
No,
all right,
no,
I understand.
No.
I understand.
No, I'm just telling you, man. Look, next time I give you 6 months notice because you gotta go. It's the best trip you'll ever have.
Well, if you give me 6 months notice, I am down to do these things.
You know what? I'm giving you notice right now. Right now, in 6, well, maybe 8 months.
I was gonna say, so we're
8
going
months.
in, like what, say March?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go March. We can't go in the summer. That's hurricane season.
Okay, no summer. Wait, no. I know that it's in a different thing, but I mean, is like the summer and the winter the same here and there?
No, that's the same.
Okay, all right.
It's the same. It's only a 6-hour flight from here.
Okay, well that's actually fucking not bad.
Yeah, you jump on a. This is how they always do it. I don't know why. You jump on a plane from here to Dallas, which is about 2 hours.
Okay.
And then 4 hours, 4.5, down to Costa Rica. They're in the same time zone and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's not bad at all.
I think it's maybe an hour. Is it an hour difference? Maybe an hour, if that.
An hour from here?
Yeah, no. Hour difference, time wise.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's the same time zone as we were in.
What?
It'll take you 6 hours to get there, but I'm saying we're the
It's
same.
gonna take me 6 hours to get someplace that's only an hour difference from here.
Yes.
That is really fucking odd.
It's because you're going south and not east or west.
Okay, well, all right then.
Yeah, now I sound smart, huh?
I can understand that.
I got a
Let me
golf.
ask you this.
I got a golf club over there.
Hey! Let me
Check out
ask
the
you this.
big brain on there.
Big brain, big brain. Do you believe that the earth is round or flat? And this comes from an argument that I had with somebody recently.
You see this? The earth is absolutely round. There's pictures.
Okay, you're holding up a light, and so what I'm supposed to gain from that is that
It looks round from the side, and then I picked it up and it's flat on top. So let's disregard that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you notice that the light is round, apparently that means that the earth is round as well. This is a bad analogy, and I'm just going to throw that out there.
The earth is round.
How do you know?
I've seen pictures. Satellite pictures.
There's also pictures that would propagate.
Have you ever known anyone to fall off the earth?
Hey, you don't have to fucking tell me.
I'm just saying.
I firmly agree with you.
If it's flat, you're falling off, correct?
Exactly.
If it's round, you're just gonna keep
Just
going.
gonna keep on going. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
it's the never-ending cycle.
It's a planet. It's not a cube. Okay?
It's not a
This
cube.
is planet Earth, not cube Earth. It's a planet.
Yeah, but
it's
we're not
round.
arguing whether or not it's square or circle. We're talking about if it's flat or if it's round. Square, where did that come from?
Well, if you're saying it's flat, it's got to end somewhere. What do you think? It's just a flat piece of. You think it's just flat like this?
Well, I'm not saying that I think that it's flat. I'm asking where the square came from.
I think you were the flat guy.
No.
I think you were the flat argument.
You think I'm the flat argument? That is almost upsetting, borderline offensive. I do not think that the Earth is flat. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, it was proposed to me that the Earth is flat, and I'm like, you got to be shitting me. And he's like, well, the math works out. And I'm like, well, the math also works out that there's infinite universes, and in one of them, I am entirely made of candy. But I don't believe that fucking shit either.
Sour Patch Kids. No.
You can make math work into any fucking equation that you want. However, the way I looked at this is this guy's telling me that the Earth is flat. What the fuck is happening here, man? It's the Medela.
I need you to edit that out.
CGI.
Yeah, make some like cool like alligator bite me. I don't know.
Cool alligator. Don't make it
Yeah.
look like a load is falling on his chest.
But yeah.
It's pretty much what that looks like. But anyway, it was proposed to me that the Earth is flat, and I'm arguing, right? I'm arguing that the Earth is definitely round. And why? Because I've seen pictures. He goes, but how do you know that they're real? Okay, so he just goes into all these fucking things about how, you know what, man?
You unprofessional son of a bitch.
Son of a
Bitch,
bitch.
make sure it's not mine.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
Dirty animal, Neil. How dare you?
I'm turning off my. Well, it's off. I don't know what the. But look. Off. Everything's off. I don't know why the fuck it did that. Whoa. Whoa. Easy. That's an expensive phone. So anyway. What the fuck are you looking at? What was that? What? No.
Let's hold up.
What?
Research.
So, ladies and gentlemen, something was just on his phone that is extremely questionable, and I'm not sure that I don't know what I saw. What was that? I'm calling you out. Throw it out. What is it?
When we go to Costa Rica.
Oh, all right. So we're jumping back from the flat Earth agreement to the thing.
You know what? No one looks at your phone, okay? It just happened to pop up.
Oh,
it's
sure.
a group text. And
Hold on. Let's
it's
see
a
it.
meme.
Let's see it.
It's
All right.
It's disgusting.
Welcome to the internet. I'll be your guy. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but that is a disturbing image to say the least.
Well, let me preface this by saying I didn't post this.
Oh, sure.
I
Come
was
on,
a
Aaron.
receiver, not a doer.
You're the receiver.
Well, not for this guy, but anyways, this is here and there. Let's move on, Neil.
Anyway, the flat Earth argument
It's
is that
it's not flat. It's
I
not
agree.
flat.
Well, what I had come to realize was that this whole argument is just a troll argument. Because it really doesn't fucking matter. Right? How often has the Earth, you know, in your years of knowing that the Earth is round, how often has that affected your day to day?
None.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't fucking matter if the Earth is flat or if the Earth is fucking round because it literally affects your day to day zero. All that is a I want to be right argument. Do we agree?
I agree. I concur.
All right, so let's move forward then. As I was standing outside, having a smoke, waiting to start the second half of this glorious thing that we call the Big Boys and Beers, I noticed a nest up in your eaves there. Is that a pigeon or a dove? Because that was the conversation during the whole thing.
Look, I'm gonna say this one time. It's a fucking dove.
It's a dove.
It's a dove.
So our technical
Doves are not
director,
pigeons. I don't care what science says.
our technical director,
I need a dove.
insisted
I
that
wouldn't
it-
need a pigeon.
Our technical director insisted that it was a pigeon, and Eric insisted that it is a dove. We need to iron this out. So you would eat a dove, but you would not eat a pigeon.
Yeah.
But if you were in like squab is cuisine in a French restaurant, it's a big deal, right? And I know that I've seen them serve it on Hell's Kitchen, and that's Gordon Ramsay. I mean, come on, Gordon Ramsay, you're the shit.
Yeah.
So that's fine dining, bro. A young pigeon is fine dining. When a dove is just it's regular dining.
Well, you know, I can take a shit in a box and mark it guaranteed. But I'm just saying,
Okay,
I can write whatever I want.
Are a dove and a pigeon the same thing? Both dove and pigeon refer to the 308 species of birds from the Columbidae family, Sweet says. There's no difference between a pigeon and a dove in scientific nomenclature, but colloquial English tends to categorize them by size. A common pigeon, for example, is called both a rock dove and a rock pigeon. Science just teabagged the shit out of you.
Let me tell you what common sense says.
Whoa.
Nobody
We don't
would
care what
eat-
common sense
Nobody
says.
eats a rat with wings, which is a pigeon.
Wait, is that opinion or is that fact?
No, that's fact. You know what? Do you eat pigeons, motherfucker? Do you?
I do not eat pigeons.
Why?
However,
Why? Because they're rats with wings. That's why.
I don't think they're rats with wings, but I believe that they are.
Jay, would you eat a pigeon?
No,
you
but I
eat
wouldn't eat a dove either.
Oh,
Have you eaten dove? You've never eaten dove.
No, because it's a rat with wings.
He's fucking lying right now. I've seen this guy eat pigeons. He doesn't
You've
even,
seen it?
He doesn't even cook them.
Ooh.
That's how clean they are, right? I don't care. Anybody I know in Arizona does not eat pigeons.
Anybody that you know in Arizona. So because
Which
you
is
know
everyone. I know the whole state. Nobody eats pigeons. Everybody eats doves.
So because
And they are different birds. Pigeons are fucking nasty. Okay? Pigeons are what you see at the fucking, what do you call it?
I don't know. What do you?
The swapping. eating the popcorn that falls down. That's a fucking pigeon. Nasty. It's like a seagull. Would you eat a seagull?
If I was hungry enough, yes.
Don't fucking plagiarize me.
I'm not plagiarized.
Yeah, I said it before. That's the wrong word for that. Don't fucking.
That is the wrong terminology.
You mean antagonize?
What am I saying? Yeah, don't antagonize me.
There you go.
You would not eat a fucking pigeon.
The word
Or
is
seagull.
antagonize.
No one would eat a seagull. The only thing I've ever that would eat a seagull is a fucking shark when they're hanging out in the fucking water.
That's just damn plagiarizing.
Hey. Go get another beer.
So don't plagiarize me.
Alright, your mic is driving me crazy. This thing's moving around and it's making a noise.
It's not making a noise.
Tighten it or something.
Get your hands off my mic.
Let me hold it for a second.
What's happening here?
Hold it. Okay.
Yeah, but yours is way the fuck back there. Why don't you move it forward so you can actually talk into it?
I'm ready. I'm ready for action. It's like the only time it's worked, I can actually hear myself.
That's because it's way over there and you're looking at me and talking. You're literally talking into my mic.
I'm just kidding. I can always hear myself. Fuck those pigeons. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what this means.
Ladies and
You
gentlemen,
never finished
Eric
telling your
does not
story about your
know.
truck.
Does not know about what these fucking hand signals from our technical director mean.
He's like this.
Apparently you weren't in the Green Berets.
It's like, make sure you cup the balls. I don't know. I don't know what that means. He's like, strike the shaft, get the balls, get them all together.
You're supposed to be talking while I drink.
I was.
No, you weren't. So anyway, back to this truck that you're buying.
Yes.
Is there a... She's over there looking for beers. Is there no beers left?
Oh, Oh,
There they are.
You drank all the Modelo's?
Almost.
That's
I'm
how-
sure of it.
that's how delicious they are.
That's fine.
I should have got maybe we should have got a case instead of a 12 pack.
Yeah, why would you buy a 12? You know who we are.
Yeah, I don't know. I made a
At
mistake.
least an 18. Shit.
Well, you know, if you go above 12, then you gotta get cans. I'm not a can guy. You know?
So this new truck that you're buying, is it just standard two-wheel drive? Is it 4x4?
Come on, man. Come on.
Come on, what?
Who buys two-wheel drives?
So you're telling me that this truck is going to be a 4x4?
Absolutely.
And why do you need a 4x4?
Climbing mountains.
Climbing mountains. When the fuck do you do that?
When don't I do that?
All the time, from what I know. I mean, when does that happen?
There's a new overpass in town. There's a new overpass. It might be raining. I might have to drop it down to 4-low. I don't know.
You don't know.
You never know.
Is your current truck 4-wheel drive?
It is. I've never owned a two-wheel drive pickup.
Really? And when do you use
I
this
take that
4-wheel drive?
back.
Do you go like mudding and shit?
I have.
Okay, fuck you, man. Because you've never fucking called me and said, hey man, I'm gonna go mudding. I have only ever ridden in that truck with you on fucking roads, streets, fucking everything flat. I've never seen you go mudding at all. And that hurts my feelings.
Well, you know.
You, sir, have hurt my feelings.
I didn't
it's
know-
borderline offensive.
First of all, I didn't know you
And I
liked-
don't know if this podcast is gonna last because I have not gone 4-wheel driving with you, and that hurts me.
I didn't know you liked to go four-wheel drive.
Oh my God, am I a man?
Well, you are.
I could grow a better beard than you.
Yeah.
Do you not think that I fucking like 4-wheel driving?
I thought it was all facade because I've only
A
seen
facade.
I've only seen you driving cars.
Yeah, that's because that's all I can afford. I don't make Eric money. We established this earlier in the podcast.
You know, I just didn't think you liked it because
You know when he drives cars, I just don't think he likes trucks.
you know what? I got a new car. I got a Juke.
Yeah, I drive a Nissan Juke, and you know what? I work 35 fucking miles from where I live, and it gets great gas mileage.
It does.
Nissan, you're a wonderful company. You make some badass vehicles.
I love Nissan Jukes. I wish they stopped. I wish they hadn't stopped making them.
I wish they stopped making them. Don't plagiarize me.
Hey, look what this one says. Fuck you, Neil.
Oh, your beer is personalized.
Yeah, it's personal.
Ain't that some shit?
Made in Mexico and fuck Neil.
And fuck Neil.
And his Juke.
Oh man, my Juke is classic, and you know that.
It is. I actually own a Juke. Well, my ex had a Juke.
Why is that?
She wanted one, and I'm an idiot, and I bought her one. Whatever she wanted, she got.
That happens. It happens.
Very spoiled woman.
Very spoiled. That's an interesting story. There's a lot to that, and we're going to dive into that because. No, we're not going to dive into that tonight. However, over the course of this podcast, we will dive into that as well as my 2 previous marriages.
Wow.
Yeah, twice.
Neil's ex hates my guts
Yeah, she
I've
does
only
not
met her-
like him at all.
at all, and I've only met her like I don't know what one time.
He hasn't even met her. He
That's
was in the
true.
same store.
That's true.
That's all it took.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm hateable.
Yeah, you're hateable.
I thought I was likable.
Well, you know.
Not to her.
Not to her.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, you're going to find out little pieces of us over and over throughout the life of this podcast. But you know what you got to do? You got to tune in, stay to. Fuck, man, I just fucked that all up. You got to tune in to hear those stories.
Finally, it's fucking not
Anyway.
me fucking it up.
How do you feel about Donald M. Trump? The M stands for motherfucker. This is a very political question, and
It is.
I don't.
I'm about to turn off a bunch of viewers, I think. We're about to lose the Mexican vote, I think.
No. So let me throw this out there. The reason I asked this question is because the next news story that I have has to do with it, and not him directly, a property of his.
I'm alright with him.
Okay.
I'll leave it
So,
at that.
Okay,
I mean,
we'll leave it at that, and that's good. So, there was apparently a man that was arrested for doing donuts in the Donald Trump golf course. The story does not say whether or not he was in a golf cart, so don't ask that question. But
You know, I need details. You can't give me half the story.
I'm not giving you half the story. That's the headline. That's really all you need to know.
And then I gotta make up for it. Modelo.
You gotta make up for it.
I love Modelo.
Modelo is good.
Especial.
And it also says fuck Neil on it.
Yeah. Especial. Fuck Neil. Especial.
Especially. Fuck Neil.
Especial. Fuck Neil.
Is this an item that you would do? Is this, I mean, not necessarily to Donald Trump. However,
I think
would
that's
you-
just funny. I mean, I don't give a fuck who it is. It
Yeah.
could be Trump. It could be
Mike Tyson. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think he's just funny.
Because I firmly agree. I wouldn't have put Donald Trump's property in that fucking line. I would have just put the man was arrested for doing donuts and being a badass. I mean, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
You know, but you have a 4-wheel drive. You can't do donuts in a 4-wheel drive. You can drive around in circles.
But you can't do donuts in football.
I want to see it. Put your money where your mouth is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say right here and right now that I will film that shit and throw it on our Instagram page if he can do an actual donut in his fucking truck. And I don't mean... you see the look on his face. No, you won't.
I'll put you in the bed. Get your GoPro.
You're not going to put me in the bed.
Oh, no, yeah. You go in the bed. Because if you fall out, that's your problem. But how awesome will that be? You get to film it.
It's not going to happen. You won't do it. Your truck is too fucking big. He's one of those gentlemen that likes to
I could
have
turn-
lifted big ass trucks.
You,
But he's told you before that he's a lot of potatoes and not so much on the meat.
yeah, well, that's something else. Okay. When it
Something
comes,
else?
Now you're hitting me hard. And I don't care if you're talking about my meat or lack thereof meat. I don't care about that. You talking about my driving skills? Now it's on.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
All right.
we can
You
go-
heard it here. You heard it here, and I want donuts in your truck, and I will live film that shit, and I'll put it on our Instagram page.
I'm good with donuts. I could do those all day.
Okay?
And I could eat a donut while doing a donut.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Okay, when are we gonna do this?
whatever you want.
All right, you work when? Like Friday, Saturday, or some shit like that?
Yeah.
So
Sunday. We can turn a donut on Sunday.
let's do a donut on Sunday. Sunday donuts are happening, and I want a dozen, motherfucker.
Hey, left, right, whatever you got.
Okay,
I got
a
it.
baker's dozen then. 13 donuts.
Is that what that means?
That's exactly what that means. So this is gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking post that. I'm gonna record that shit live.
But-
and I'm gonna post that. No. Don't you dare throw a butt in there.
That's your new $40,000 truck.
Yeah.
It's got 4-wheel drive. I don't need 4-wheel drive to do a donut.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy knows that.
He does. Because
It's a
I've
brand new
never
truck.
even
You're
done
gonna
a
donate your
4-wheel
brand new
drive
truck.
thing with him. It's one of the better friends that I have, and you're gonna. Modelo, it's especial.
What do you mean the better friends you have?
So,
I
anyways,
think I'm your best friend.
Okay, this is my best friend in this
how is a
world.
Ranger $40,000?
That's what I want to
And you're
know.
gonna do donuts.
You know what? Our technical director brings up a fucking solid point. How are you going to buy a Ranger for $40? It basically comes-
$40? Sign me up for 10 of those sons of bitches.
Oh shit! Hey, excuse me. $40,000. It basically comes with a dental dam, and you're going to sit there and tell me that you paid $40,000
A dental dam.
or in the 40s
What's
for
a dental-
this. You don't know what a dental dam is? Basically, it's like saran wrap that you lay over the
Vagina.
unit, the vaginas.
Oh, I would never use that.
And you sit there, and you throw your tongue all over the fucking
Oh no.
saran wrap.
No. Give me the STDs. Bring them on. I need to.
You know what? All I need is a shot. It's fine.
Yeah. All I need is a little penicillin. I'll be good.
Any of the cylinders.
Give me a cillin.
You're okay with that.
Hey man, I've been
Whatever.
tested. I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I don't need no dental dam. What is that? That'd be like licking wax paper.
Yeah, it's true. Not wax paper. I mean,
Saran-
it is saran wrap, so
Saran.
it molds and folds around the area.
Yeah, it's not the same though, man. You need the flow. You know?
Well, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that could ever feel good to somebody, but you're gonna get like a gross of them because you bought a Ranger.
You ever use
So what are you gonna do with those items?
What's that?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
I'm
not sure where
I thought
we're
we were
at.
talking about dental dams.
Don't plagiarize me.
This motherfucker. Podcast 8 over.
So anyway, you're gonna get a whole shitload of these dental dams. What are you gonna do with them? Are you just gonna wrap food?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, I wouldn't use it for what it's intended for.
No. What would you? What would you use it for? What if they were like, "Here's your trunk, sir. Your gross of dental dams are in the fucking front passenger seat."
I would just throw them out. I'd be like, I don't need dental dam.
No.
I'm gonna raw dog it.
Bring on the ST.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Bring it
man.
on. Hey, you know what? Herpes is a gift. It keeps on giving. You know?
It is. It's the gift that keeps on getting, follows you everywhere.
It goes away and then be like, hey, she's back. She still loves me.
It's the one thing that says, "I love you forever."
Yeah, I love you forever. And it itches. I'm just kidding. I don't have that.
I don't have that.
You have a dental dam. You got a beard.
How did I get a dental dam?
You got a beard. That's it.
No, it's a flavor saver.
Oh.
So,
Sorry.
so after I get finished with my business, I look like I've just eaten a glazed donut, and it literally sticks with me for weeks.
Oh God. I can
Don't
see.
act like it's
I can
not
see your co-workers. You're like, this guy's breath still smells like
What'd you
shit.
say? My GoPro workers?
Your co-workers.
My coworkers.
This guy's beard smells like shit. Either that or he ate a piece of shit. I don't know.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky.
But I get to smell it constantly. It's a beautiful thing.
That would be cool. Be all day.
Yeah.
I'll see you later, babe. Not that I need to.
It's a beautiful thing.
The technical director just threw up in his mouth. He's like, this used to taste like Coors.
So, I don't really have anything else, man. What do you got? Do you have anything that you want to talk about? Don't think too long. It's those faces,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. It's those right there.
Just opening myself up to new ideas, new things.
New ideas and new things.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Everything going good with you?
It's been going all right,
All right.
you know. So, you know, it's just different every day.
I don't even fucking.
I don't
even know what to say.
I don't know what that is either. You know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Big Boys and Beers. Like, subscribe, review, rate, do all that shit that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with another episode. We appreciate you and we love you. Thank you very much.